I'm Lisa Scottolini, and I brought you to a neighborhood because I wanted to talk about the premise of my new book, What Happened to the Bennetts. Now, why a neighborhood? I'll tell you. First, the premise of the book is that a family, normal family, husband, wife, 2 kids, not that that's normal because I'm a single mother, but you get the idea. A family, the Bennetts, driving home from a kid's game, and they find themselves being tailgated and then suddenly carjacked. And the carjacking goes terribly, terribly wrong. And their whole life changes in that instant. And by the morning, the very next morning, they have to enter the Federal Witness Protection Program. And their life changes overnight. Now, that's the premise said in a sort of a succinct way. But really, why I brought you here, because I wanted you to experience what that would feel like and what happens in this book and why that matters. Because this is a neighborhood. And I think it kind of exemplifies the connections we all have. If you're lucky enough to live on a beautiful street like this, imagine one day that all of us in the family living in that house, your family, maybe your neighbor's family, they're gone. Because the thing about federal witness protection is you can't tell anybody you're going away. You can't even say, don't worry about me, something bad happened, we were carded. You can't give them all that. You just vanish. You ghost everybody in your life, your family, your friends. Think of all the things that happen, all of the connections you have. All of a sudden, you're not there. Your neighbors are like, gee, where's the recycling? They know you usually walk the dog. The Bennetts have a dog. Like I have too many dogs, right? They go, oh my God, what happened to the dog? Gee, that's weird. What happened to them? What happened to the Bennetts? All of your friends, right? There's Jason. He has a job. He owns a business. He can't go to work. The people who work for him go, what happened to Jason? I mean, he's the boss. He's not here. She owns a business. She's a photographer. And meanwhile, she's got a slew of friends, right? She's got all the girlfriends like we have, right? Your girlfriends text you. You have yoga class. Where were you? We go for our walk on Saturday morning. Where were you? All of those connections. And you can't even say to people, as I said before. So for example, when I leave, I say, okay, I'm going to be away for 10 days. Just so you know, here's the dog sitter. Here's the information. They can do none of that. Lucinda has to leave her own mother, who's in assisted living. And so what I learned and what I sort of thought about, wanted to explore in this novel and do, is that a little bit in the absence of a story, because these neighbors get frantic, and the friends get frantic, and the family gets frantic, people make up a narrative. So the family go, oh my God, what's going on? Where's my daughter? The friends go, wait a minute, where are they? Think about your own life. Who would go to the police and never stop fighting for you? Never stop trying to find you? Who wouldn't care so much? Who are the people? Let's go to social media, right? Because you post on Facebook just like I do, right? We do a lot of things on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Oh my God. In the absence of the narrative, people make one up. They start to speculate about what happened to the Bennetts. Not only the friends of the Bennetts, but enemies of the Bennetts. So that's the kind of stuff I wanted to explore, because this, God bless us, we're so lucky to have each other, to have these connections in our lives. Even if you're a single mom like me, you've got friends. We all have people who look out for us and who we look out for. And what happens when those ties are broken overnight? What happens? That's the premise of What Happened to the Bennetts. I want to say finally thank you. I appreciate your support so much. You've supported me book to book. I couldn't be more grateful to you or more thankful. So thank you again, and I hope you enjoy the novel. Oh, welcome. Here we go. Here we go. Yay, you guys. Oh my God, the little eye. I love it. Thank you so much for being here. Rhonda, thank you for coming. Oh my God, I love it. I love the little thumbs up and hearts. I love hearts. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. It's our last meeting. Well, there's going to be formal ones that are signings and stuff, and I hope you'll come to them. But this is our last Lisa Live, and guess what? Somebody's drinking. No, and don't make me drink alone. So take your little time, go get some water, get some wine, get whatever you want. This is Prosecco, which is champagne for people from South Philly. It's very Italian, and I love it. It kind of counts as champagne. And I'm thinking that maybe I'll open it now while people are coming. Clara, you know what this is. Because also, I'm a little afraid that I'm not going to do it, and I've had a really wacky day where I bonked myself in the eye with my blow dryer. So anything can happen. anything, ladies and men. Sherry, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to open this in because we're celebrating tonight. Tonight is the day before, right? I think that's right. Publication is tomorrow of What Happened to the Bennetts. Yay. And I am very, very excited because I'm so proud of this book. Oh, I just got lipstick on it. That's not good. And so we're celebrating. So I would love it if you would celebrate with me. I appreciate your loyalty so much and your support. Thank you, Bachi, Marissa. And any in-person events planned? Sadly not, because I'm still a little nervous about, I think it's moving. It's alive, running around. But I have virtual events planned all week and throughout, so go to my website and you'll see. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Ellen. They're supposed to put a thing over this, right? Because something bad can happen. By the way, I wanted to show you my favorite dish towel because I have too many dish towels. And they all say dumb things. This one says, first we drink the coffee, then we do the things, which is my motto. Anyway, so this is our last night. Get ready for the noise. Ready? Ready? I love that. I love that. Thank you so much for being here. Now it's a party. I have my little glass, which I couldn't even get the streaks off of. Do you see the little face? Isn't that so cute? But yes, Prosecco is so good. But you like not to get all housewifey on you since I'm not a wife anymore. But I can't get the spots off my glasses. Every glass looks like somebody spit all over it. I tried to clean it before tonight because I'm like, Lisa, like you're supposed to be classy, try to look nice for your big thing. And it still looks like, really. Anyway. I'm going to take a sip first, and then you can see if I get drunk. No, actually, I'm really a lightweight, so I have to be careful. But also that I haven't eaten in about 3 hours. So for me, I'm on 2-hour feeding. So this is to all of you. This is the eyes of the thing, even though it looks like, you know what it looks like. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Thank you for being so loyal, so supportive. Book to book to book. I couldn't be more grateful. This is me toasting you. It's not toasting me. It's not toasting the book. It's me toasting you as a thank you. So I'm going to take a quick sip, and then the evening will progress, ending in a big giveaway. Ready? Wow. Wow. That's good. Nice and sweet. Ooh, I love everything. Twinks, right? It's Twinks. Oh, my God. Okay, I'm already drunk. This is great. Take advantage of me. Woo! Okay, now you know why I'm divorced twice. I don't think. I don't go slow. I go too fast. I jump right in. We are here talking about the publication tomorrow of What Happened to the Bennetts. And I am so excited. I hope you liked the trailer. I hope you got like my little video afterwards, because I really kind of wanted to illustrate this premise and kind of leave you with this a little, that every book I write is about people. And every book I write is about family. And the guy in this book I really like, he reminds me of my father, and I kind of channeled a little from my father. And when you go to that, thank you, celebrate. When you go to that moment where, people say, where did you get the idea for this? I got the idea for it, and I might have mentioned this before, but I'm not even sure because now I'm drunk. No, I'm not really drunk, but I kind of can't remember. I got the idea for it when I was driving along the exact stretch of road that I describe in this book, okay? It kind of goes uphill, and you pass a development, and then there's kind of woods on either side. And where I live in Pennsylvania, they're trying to figure out how to leave some open space and not have developments everywhere, but people got to live somewhere. And so there's a part that's wooded and protected woods. And so I was like, this is kind of deserted. And of course, I live alone. I drive around alone, if you don't count the dogs. And I'm usually singing or doing something stupid. And I was getting tailgated. And the guy was like in a truck. And trucks scare me. And I'm like, dude, I'm going the speed limit. And what is interesting about this, why this matters, besides the fact that it's the idea that behind the book, which is what I want these things to be, more like, me telling you, not, I'm going to read to you. But like, what you decide to do in that moment, the book comes out of what if you got tailgated, and God forbid, what if that turned into a carjacker? Before that even happens, because when you write a novel, you want everything to feed into character, because books are about people, like I started to say. So here is Jason Bennett. He's driving along, and the guy's tailgating him. He's got his family in the car. Everybody in the car is going to behave in a way that is illustrative of their character. Because I have to tell you a lot about these people in a short amount of time. You know, I've tried to write novels that move quickly, and I want everything to work in the novel to sort of explain who this character is. And I think the world divides into kind of people who react a certain way to certain situations. So, for example, if I'm getting tailgated, here's what I do. Now, in my younger days, I never speed up because I don't want to speed up. And if you are like me and you've lived for a while and you're a woman, you end up doing a lot of things other people want you to do. And at some point, I decided I wasn't going to do that anymore. I'm hoping this is not an aggression. Brandon, thank you. And I was driving on this special day, and I thought, I'm not going to speed up. I have a right? I'm big in my rights. I have a right to go the speed I want, and I actually enjoy this stretch of the drive because, as I told you, it's wooded, it's pretty, it's just kind of nice. And I'm not in a rush. You know why I'm not in a rush? Because I leave early to get anywhere. So I usually have about 20 minutes just to I was going to say scratch my ass, but that's not very classy. That's the kind of thing you say if you're drinking heavily. Wow, is that good? So, but I'm not drinking heavily, obviously. But I mean, the point is, Jason, I said to myself, what do we want to say about Jason? Because in the car, his wife's like, honey, speed up. Like, come on, let's go. I want to get home. She's got things to do. She's on Facebook. She's got the things to do list like we do. The kids are in the back seat. The girl's on her phone. She's texting her friends after the game. But the boy's like, Dad, we can smoke this guy. They have a new car, a Mercedes. Let's show him who's boss. And this conflict of personalities. And right then when I was starting to write the book, I said, tell the reader, that's you, right away, what kind of person is Jason? Is he a road rage guy? Is he going to kind of go slow? I will admit to you, I did that once in my life and I regretted it. I thought, that's really stupid. You don't want to go slow. You just want to live your life. I always get into the slow lane. I never do it in the fast lane, but I'm not going to speed up. And I made him like me. There's a surprise. Because honestly, my dad was like that. And it wasn't even really about being right. The most important thing, and I'll come back to this later if I remember, is that it's about enjoying your life. It's about living your life on your terms. It's really about nothing less. It seems like a little thing, but it's not. When you're getting tailgated, you move out of the way if you can. And on this particular stretch of road, I couldn't. As I said in the book, it's a really narrow road and it curves around a thing. So you can't even move over much and you really can't reverse backwards because I'm not good at reversing. And that's all the stuff that goes through Jason's mind. It sounds like he overthinks, but I actually think that that's something that we all do in that moment. What do I want to do? It expresses who I am. And he ends up saying to his kid, I'm a scenic route kind of guy. And I thought, so am I. I'm that person. And so I'm hoping that he will strike a chord with you. If you had met my dad, he would have struck a chord with you. Everybody loved him. He was very mellow and very calm. And I pictured him a lot when I was writing this character. And as you saw in the video, it plunges Jason even before all the carjacking happens. You know who he is as a person. He knows who he is. But when this crisis happens and he's forced into this horrible carjacking and his life turns upside down and he's sent into witness protection, it's not really just a crime novel. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's not really that at all. It's really the story of a person who is going to undergo a hardship, maybe the biggest test of his life. We've had tests in our life. We have had things go really horribly haywire. I'm divorced twice, and that's only the beginning of the excitement I've had. And if you're going to live your life right, you're going to make some mistakes. And hopefully you proceed and you put one foot in the other and you figure out what to do next and you get your way out of it. That's what I think this book is about. This book is about the triumph of an individual and also the triumph of a family when they work together to deal with the most horrible thing that they can imagine happening to them. That's what it's really about. And any novel I write, even though, we make scary covers, although I do love this cover, but is really about more and something deeper and something more profound than just whatever happens on the top. It's about family, it's about love, and it's about justice. So I really appreciate you being here. I really, story of my life, right? In one now. We will always have things that will happen to us. We will have, and you see them on the TV if they're not happening to you, right? Writ large and writ small. But my kind of eternal campaign, and then I'll get off it. I didn't know I was going to go here tonight, but evidently I am, is to understand that those small moments are really special and not to minimize them because they're small. Because life is in the small moments. The savoring is in the small moments. The driving by the woods is in a small moment. The pleasure of reading a book in a chair. The pleasure of just talking to you tonight. We didn't move a mountain. We just talked to each other. And I saw the nice things you said. And I appreciate you listening to me. That's what really matters in this world. This connection. So I'm very, very lucky to be able to write books that you will read. I appreciate you supporting me book to book. Not only Eternal, but trying with this one too. What Happened to the Bennetts? I know you're pre-ordering it. I appreciate that so much. I will pitch you that think about this for your book club. And don't get worried if you're not in one, because I'm going to explain in 1 minute. If you read this book in your book club, we have a special thing we're doing, which is that we pick 20 book clubs out of a hat and you win. What do you win? You win a bunch of carbohydrates that I send you, which are really first-rate carbohydrates. You know me, I like to eat. And it's a treat and a thank you. And then you also win, lucky you, a virtual meeting with me. So I will have a virtual meeting with your book club, and you can ask me any question you want, and you know I'm not shy. And we will have fun together and have a great time. And I'm really looking forward to this. So please read What Happened to the Bennetts in your book club. Now, if you aren't picked for the 20 special book clubs, don't even worry about it, because we're not mean girls here. Everybody wins, because it's me, frankly. And I don't want anyone to be sad, especially not you guys who supported me so much. So then what we do, if you aren't picked for the 20 special book clubs, we have one big book club virtual meeting where you can come, everybody can come in a book club and ask me any question they want. And it lasts as long as it lasts, and we yak the night away, and maybe you'll bring some Prosecco with a glass that's cleaner than this one, and we'll talk about the book. But that's not all. If you are not in a book club, I feel you. I am a cappella. As I told you, that's Italian for celibate. No, it's not really. It just means you're alone. And kind of this pandemic, like, it's hard on book clubs. It's hard on people. Maybe you don't know a book club. You know what? You're not penalized here. All are welcome. Because if you're not in a book club, you're automatically put in the a cappella book club, which means without accompaniment. It's musical. And so you just send in your receipt, or you have to look on the website how it works. But all you do is we make a big virtual meeting for you, especially for people who are not in book clubs, but who are going to be in my book club, which is the a cappella book club, because we leave no reader behind. I don't like always feeling on the outs because I'm not married or with somebody. So you know what? Singletons unite, or just if you don't have a book club, unite. I got you. And we will enjoy each other, and we'll have a special night. So get the book. Think about entering those things. That would be really fun. You would love it. Let me make one other thing. A lot of holidays are coming up. Easter's coming up. Mother's Day, Father's Day. Books make wonderful gifts. Have I got a book for you? What's really cool about this, though, and I'm doing this in partnership with lots of bookstores, First Independent, is that you can get a personalized and or just signed copy of What Happened to the Bennetts for Mother's Day, Father's Day, somebody's birthday, an Easter basket, whatever you have. It's very, very cool gift because it's not that expensive, and it's personalized, and it shows you were thoughtful. And what counts? The thought. It's the thought that counts, people, and I didn't make that up myself. So think about getting a copy of What Happened to the Bennetts. There is bookstores on my website that you can contact. All you got to do is click. I'll name a few. Main Point Books, Town Book Center, Reads and Company, the tour stops that I'm going to, Poison Pen. You can find them on the Browse About Books in Delaware. I will sign and personalize, and I'll write Happy Mother's Day, Happy Father's Day, Happy Birthday, Happy Divorce. Too negative. All I'm saying is signed and personalized books are a great gift. I hope you will think about it. I love you guys. What I can give you is a book that I wrote, that I'm very proud of, that I think will make you feel something and move you and take you away from all of these things going on, because that's the thing that books do. I mean, books let us get lost for while we're reading, and we get to think about something else and get lost in these problems. And hopefully, if I do it right, and I hope I have this time, that you see yourself in this character, you see yourself, your family in this family. You try to think, what would I do? How would I get out of this? Could I get out of this? And when you're finished, and I'm not giving away anything, there's lots of twists and turns, but when you're finished, it makes you feel uplifted. It makes you feel stronger and better and empowered. And above all, it makes you feel connected. That's what books do. They connect us one to each other. I love you guys, and I appreciate you doing this. And we're connected. And some of us have met at previous signings, and I know I'll be out again soon, next year's, or hopefully sooner, whenever the next book is. It's called Sacred. But until then, we have this connection, and it never went away, and it never will. It's been with us together from the beginning, 30 books ago. I've watched you grow up. I've watched your kids grow up. I've watched you have grandkids. We are always connected that way. And it's a connection that's at the imagination. It's a connection at the heart. I couldn't be more grateful to you. I am so thankful to you. I am so thankful that I get to do this wonderful job. I'm so thankful that I have a life in books. I will write a whole book just to see you. And I did. Thank you very, very much for all you have done for me and for Francesca and for my family, and for being so very important to me in my life. To all of you, from my house to yours, deepest, deepest thanks. Stay well, stay in touch, and I love you. Wow, Prosecco is good. See you again soon, and come to the signings. Look on the website. You'll see the virtual signings, so you can ask me anything there, but I won't be drinking. Stay well, and thank you again.